This is Drop Tent Media Network.
Hey, welcome to the Weekday Comics. I'm Dave Primiano.
And I'm Dan D'Aprile, and we're here to shoot the shit and talk the news. What's up? Your hey is so bad that you're looking at our viewer stats as we're coming on. Hey.
But it looks like we're still in the intro. Yeah, so they hear me.
Oh, yeah, we're live.
Hello.
Okay, so this is... Boy, 90 episode 90, and we are still getting these fucking smooth as fuck starts going on.
Yeah. How are you, Dave?
I'm great. Nothing has happened since our last
Very
episode.
slow news week,
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Not much to talk about this week,
Yeah.
but we got a great guest.
That's
to talk
why
about
we needed someone great to kill the time because of how anything this week happened.
Well, yeah, when I picked this week, I didn't know
right
what was going to happen in the future.
That's true. I gave you all of every Tuesday in November was your oyster, and you said this one.
You said I'll pick history.
Yeah, I wonder why I did that.
It's all good. I'll say
You
the
could have
name.
seen it coming, really.
Yeah.
Let me say the name to the voice or video people are looking at. This is our first Philly's Funniest winner. Yeah, others ghosted me. He actually requested to be on. I would have figured for a Philly's Funniest winner, this show is too
below that. You
below.
think?
But Joe Murdock is here.
Hey.
I've done a couple things with thank you.
That's
right.
True. We were actually on. This is sort of deep Dave Primiano lore. We were the guests on a rank bank together.
That's
Joe
true.
and I. We ranked zombie movies.
That's correct.
That was
You
fun.
guys rank zombie movies. I said all zombie media, but you two only did movies.
We didn't do any zombie podcasts or
I had Last
zombie,
of Us
no
on.
zombie
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
I had Last of Us the video game.
Oh,
I
right.
had some Korean television shows.
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's what I would expect from you. Yeah, we just went classic zombie movies.
Yeah.
And Joe's actually one of the probably the only person I've ever slept next to at a movie theater. Because of that podcast, we went to a 24-hour horror movie marathon.
Exhumed. Yeah, the
Exhumed marathon.
Okay.
At Colonial Theater.
That's right.
I think you asked me to go to this too, and now that I know that, okay, was there a pre-scheduled nap time, or was it just?
No, you just sat and you watched movies, and they rolled it all night.
Yeah.
So eventually, you just passed out
And I know
in your seat. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun.
I can't pass out around in a group, like out in the open like that. I need four walls around me every time.
Well, you were just telling me before we started rolling that you can't pee when somebody's talking to you, like next to you at the urinal. So you're generally
he wasn't
like
even
a man
next to me. I went. I go my four walls there. I went into a stall, and someone at the at Soul Joel's.
Someone was at the urinal talking to you while you were in the stall.
We walked in at the same time, so we knew. So we both walked in.
I still
At
don't
Soul
like
Joel's,
that.
me and Joel walked into the bathroom at the same time. He picked a urinal, I picked a stall. I need the walls. And then he's just like, how's the podcast? And I was like, oh, well, blah, blah, blah. And he started asking me, like, questions about Dan. And I was like...
Very simple, basic questions.
Yeah, and I know
that you
nothing
didn't know.
about...
Yeah.
But, like, I was just deflecting every answer. But I also would have done it had I known the answers about Dan, because I need no conversation to get my stream started. If the stream's already going, I can have a conversation.
Sure.
But I can't start the stream.
You need a moment of silence.
No, with conversation. How about you guys?
I usually like it to be silent and private. I don't usually run into people at the urinal, and if I do, I don't. You don't talk. You just don't talk back, right? You didn't talk back.
I responded.
Oh, right. You have
He's
to
the
respond.
booker of the venue.
Well, I guess you do have to respond to people, but you have to be like short to them.
Yeah, so everything. Not sure. Yeah.
The last time a guy talked to me at a urinal, I was in the airport, and he was peeing, and he walked away as I was going up, and I'm up there, not facing him, and he goes, "Are you a quarterback?" Just behind me, and I go, "No." And just as I say no, I didn't realize a little boy had also walked in.
Ooh.
And the kid, he was like, "Wide receiver." So, like, I basically just interjected into two other people's conversations while I was peeing. I was like, no.
But that's good. It means that your eyes were forward and
Yes.
you weren't paying attention to the little boys in the bathroom.
Right, who snuck in, outside of my view. But that was the last time someone talked to me at a urinal. It was traumatizing for me.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, see, like sporting event, there's just too much conversation going on. Yeah.
Yeah, the worst is like a bar if everyone's watching a game together and you got to stand there next to, and they feel like they want to talk to you about it. I hate it.
And a trough. Whoever invented that.
Oh, those troughs. Oh, I
Yeah.
haven't been in one of those for. Do they still have those? Where do they have those?
I know at concerts, like they have all
Yeah.
the porta potties, and then there's the bigger one that's 2 troughs. So I think 6 people can fit in them,
What
Yeah.
concerts?
or anything with tailgating.
I think I did a show at a place that had one of those.
Yeah.
It was Low Point.
They're not good. And whoever invented that is worse than Hitler. No.
It might have been Hitler.
It might have been.
It kind of fits the concentration
What do you think?
camp.
Yeah. What? Yeah. I was
thing.
just- what do you think? The concentration camp bathroom situation is trough best case scenario? Because there's no. Can we get a divider over here?
Yeah.
I don't think anybody ever got around to mentioning the urinals there, so. I don't know.
Yeah, you would think you might want to stall, but in there you don't really want to be led into a little room.
That's true.
You probably want the urinal.
Never, you know, with all the Holocaust documentaries, they never like, all right, let's now do like subsets of Holocaust documentaries. Bathroom situation of the Holocaust.
I mean, I assume it was bad, but like you're right. They never cover that. I guess because it
as
seems
opposed
trivial.
to the good Holocaust documentaries.
Yeah.
Now here's the rec rooms of the Holocaust. Like, see, they all had a ping pong table.
The,
Oh boy. Did they invent pin? Oh, I don't know. I don't know where else to go.
Ping pong is Chinese, so I assume it's existed. It's been around longer than Jesus.
Oh, everything from China has been around.
you think it's ancient? You think it's ancient?
Everything that says "made in China" on the bottom of it has been around longer than Jesus.
China
Okay,
just
wow.
hasn't come up with anything new. or-
No.
They don't. Why would you when you've perfected everything?
Yeah. Noodles? Did they make noodles?
Yeah.
They have their own noodle. I don't think they made maybe Italian noodles, but they got Don Don noodles are the
Who
shit.
started
hell yeah.
noodles?
I want to say the Chinese probably, but maybe it's lost to time. I don't know. I would be interested to see who invented the first
the original noodle.
noodle. Yeah, the OG noodle.
Is there others besides Chinese and there's fuck?
Hmm.
No, I think Chinese and Italian
And
might
Italian.
be
No,
the only noodle people.
it is Asia. Asia's like what was the idea from rice noodles being the first thing, and then it carried over into Italy and parts of
Okay.
Europe.
Yeah, I feel
my
like it's like a Marco Polo thing. If I had to guess.
I wouldn't have thought that this is how this podcast started, given the news. That
Oh, right.
It's okay.
What
I
happened
love it.
this week, Neil?
I
don't know.
I don't
Oh!
know anything that happened.
I mean, we were checking the score during the last podcast.
Is he still winning?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
they're
got-
still not done counting, so we don't really want to announce
Yeah,
anything.
True.
But no, now is a really good time to say we like to have our fun here, but we are so happy that Donald Trump has won the presidency here on the Weekday Comics.
Oh, don't
We're
do the SNL
extremely-
opening
we're-
monologue.
Oh yeah, that's right. They did do that, didn't they? We're extremely happy about that. Yeah.
It does. You've never been a political guy, at least on stage. I don't know if you're.
Not every once in a while if it fits. You know, I have a couple jokes that are kind of, but I don't dwell on it or anything.
Yeah, you're
but-
more of an absurd. You do more like absurdism and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And politics is never absurd. So, so
Just
it
a
just
bunch
never
of
falls in now.
just a bunch of stuffy guys in suits.
It's probably nothing that you can make more absurd at this point. So,
Right, that's the problem. Is that
yeah.
people that don't understand go, "Oh, you must be so excited when things develop like this," and it's like, no, because it makes it hard to satirize. Like it's almost impossible to satirize. At least it was on the last Trump administration. So
Yeah, I miss the. I mean, I don't like miss Bush, but you know, but that aspect, Bush, Clinton, all the other, you know, they were like classic.
right, you could
SNL, yeah.
go into hyperbole with them or like satirize them in some way. Yeah, it's Yeah.
Not Obama. He didn't mention no.
Obama.
No.
Well,
he was hard. He was a hard guy. It seemed like they had
Yeah.
trouble satirizing Obama.
yeah, they just Fred Armisen did him.
Is that who played Obama?
For a second, and then
What is he?
Obama?
No, I heard he. No, he's
I
Kenyan.
think he's Hispanic, and
yeah.
that was enough.
Fred Armisen, because he's one of those guys that plays everything. Like he does cameos in like all the like 30 Rock and Brooklyn Nine-Nine, like all those shows.
The Rob Schneider of his day. Yeah.
Yeah, Rob Schneider technically is like Puerto Rican, right?
Is he?
I don't know.
So he was distraught by Tony Hinchcliffe. He felt betrayed by the party.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. No, there's no man happier right now than Rob Schneider
That's right.
on this planet.
Yeah.
No, but so is Fred Armisen at all black?
Neil's typing furiously, so I
Is
think we're gonna
Neil,
get him
not Neil.
Fred Armisen black. I don't know.
He's pretty much not black, but I think Jay Farrow did it. And,
Jay Farrow did it. Yeah, he
yeah.
was Obama for a little while.
I keep track of these things.
So-
I know who. A lot of people did Biden. A lot of
Yeah.
nobody. I liked Dana Carvey. Though.
It's a shame that they finally found a good
Yeah,
Biden right before he died.
I gotta
Right
say,
before he died?
Yeah, well, he hasn't.
He
No, I'm not breaking any news, Joe.
he died the day Kamala announced that she was. They've been weakening Bernie'sing him.
Yeah.
This whole fucking time. I did
Do you
like
want to
the
know Fred Armisen or just
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
yeah. So mother was Venezuelan, and his father was born in Salto to a German mother.
in Sumtu.
Salto, I
Salto.
think. Yeah.
I don't
There's
know.
no non-racist way
Yeah,
to fucking
yeah.
say whatever.
Sorry,
I've never
brother.
even heard. Is this an island?
Sartu.
This has got to be like
And
a
his-
fucking island,
Yeah,
right?
and his father was German. To a German mother and a Korean father. So that was his father
So
was
he's-
part Korean and German.
So
So he's
Korean,
everything
German,
but black.
Venezuelan.
yeah, so he's
So I'm sure he has something in common with Barack Obama, right?
yeah. Yeah, they both have similar tough times filling out political ads and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, what ethnicity are you? No
I-
idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, his Biden was good, except the first time he said that, like, but guess what? Or like, guess what? And by the way, I fucking thought that was hilarious.
That was really funny.
And then they doubled and tripled and quadrupled.
That's
They
SNL.
did it way too many fucking times.
Honestly, I wanted more of it. I wanted more.
That specific
I
line.
wanted more, and maybe we just got just enough. Because it was pretty great. It was pretty great.
No, the impression was the line itself. They just did.
Well, that's
too
SNL
much.
all over.
Yeah.
You know, if they have one good thing, it'll be like hammered into the ground. Like I know
Yeah.
if I see something like gone viral from SNL, it's like, oh, this is going to be another 8 or 9 sketches before they finally are through with it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what sketches they have that are reoccurring right now.
Yeah, I haven't watched in a long time. Because I do see the political ones because those are the ones that get like TikTok
Right.
the next day. But like their impressions aren't good. Like they were better in the 90s. But
Yeah.
now they just
Yeah.
have people. They're like describing. They're like they had the voices down, but they just describe what they're doing with their hands or their mouths
Right.
or something like
The
that.
guy who does Trump is pretty good, though.
Yeah,
I
James
really
Austin
like
Johnson.
him. He's
Yeah.
kind of amazing. Yeah.
He's like the best. I feel like they've had him tone it down when he was doing it his first year, I guess, on SNL, and then when he was doing it just as a comic, like putting stuff out, he really like had it down. Like he rambles really well. I think like it would be. I think between him and Shane for like probably best
Yeah.
Trump impression. But they'll be working for a while. Those guys.
Yeah, I thought that was like, oh, it's a shame that nobody's gonna, for all those people
Yeah.
with Trump impressions.
The true victims of this election
Yeah.
cycle.
I actually
The
don't
Trump
know what the dude
impressionists.
looks
They got
like.
those.
outs-
They got the Trump impression voters.
Yeah.
All those guys that like,
James Austin Johnson. He's like a little. He's a little skinny comic guy. You've
I
seen
mean,
many
I've only seen
comics like him.
I've only seen what Adam Ray looks like for the first time.
Oh, not in a bald
as
cap.
as not Dr. Phil or,
Yeah.
or Biden. So yeah, but
did you see the what's the President Show on Comedy Central? Do you remember that one?
Oh, I remember it, but I never watched it.
That guy's Trump was really good.
Yeah, he's a New York comic too. I forget his name though.
Anthony Tumac or something.
Yes, yeah.
He's the neighbor on What We Do in the Shadows.
Yes, right.
Oh.
The Staten Island guy. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I know for a while he was doing a tour with James Adomian, who does a really good Bernie Sanders, and they were having this like mock debate. And I hear it was people were like, "I wish this was better than any actual debate." Like they actually.
so you said that SNL's got another 4 years of Trump impressions, which means Trump isn't going to get SNL pulled off the air.
Also, let's be clear. I think if SNL is doing a Trump impression in 4 years from now, it'll be considered in poor taste.
I don't know what you're implying.
I'm just saying
You're-
that He
You
will
can't
be.
dress like that for Halloween.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be like too soon, man. Too soon.
So you
I'm saying it's too soon because it would be tragic.
because old age?
Yes,
or-
of course. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the guy's like 80 or something like that. I would be shocked if he. Nobody gives a fuck anymore. Also, which is funny. Everybody was very, very upset that Joe Biden was old. Now nobody gives a shit that Trump is just as old. But he'll die.
He didn't have the skin regimen.
I know. We'll see if he can.
You never know. People live pretty long now. Look at Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah.
That's right.
He
Did
should
stay
I hope I
away-
didn't just curse him just now, but I'm sure he's. I mean,
that
if
guy's
he
a-
dies within the next 5 years, I'll blame this comment
This
right here.
podcast. Yeah, absolutely. I will take credit for killing Dick Van Dyke. if
Did he
dies
hit the
in next
100
five.
mark?
I think he. Yeah.
Okay, so he's
He's
fine
close.
then. He's hit the like Betty White. The big problem was she made it to like 99.9, right?
Right.
And then
Dick
she
Van Dyke
fucking-
is 98 years old.
98.
Oh
fuck.
shit! Never mind.
Oof.
Oh, well.
We have
Wow.
cursed him.
Yeah.
Doing a live pod, we don't want you in the fucking comments. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think. Oh, yeah.
We do want you in the comments, but not getting us wrong. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
right. Yeah, yeah.
Somebody
Don't
out there's
correct
yelling
us.
at us.
You can be in the comments, just never correct us.
I'm trying to think who is 100 right now. Anybody?
Clint Eastwood?
Somebody.
No.
Clint Eastwood's got to be close
somebody-
too, right? Not Dick Van Dyke. He's not Dick Van Dyke old though.
I mean,
I
Dick
would
Van
say-
Dyke also has got that extra mileage from tripping over all those ottomans. Yeah.
He spent a lot of time in chimneys. Can't be healthy.
He was in the.
Jimmy Carter might have been who you're thinking of. It's Jimmy Carter. Too.
Okay, well,
Oh,
Jimmy
yeah.
Carter's been dead for a while.
Yeah.
now, too.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way. Yeah. They wheeled
Jim-
his ass out there, and I
He's
was like,
hanging
God
on.
damn it.
He's hanging on. Right?
Yeah.
I don't think he is. There was no movement. That fucking rigor mortis had set into his jaw. That fucking dude's dead. But they
Yeah.
wanted to count his vote for
Right.
Kamala.
Yeah, they had to put that vote in
What
there.
about
So they put his hand on the pen and they kind of moved it around.
Do you feel the
They
same
put
way?
he voted for her on a Ouija board. Sorry, you were saying.
What about Stephen Hawking? Do you think he was dead? Because he
Ooh.
was.
I didn't know he was British till that movie.
Oh, he's not. I didn't know he's British either. They don't
Yeah.
put that on the. Why doesn't he have a British?
They should have, right?
Why that should isn't that like the standard robot voice? One of it, like
Yeah.
some of
Like,
the.
hello.
I did
Right.
wonder though if there because he's not the only person in the world that had that. Do you think that
Roger
was like a
Ebert.
good thing for? I know he didn't have the bottom half of his mouth. Like,
Yeah, he had a robot voice though.
did he? I never got to see Ebert and Roper robot Ebert and
Fucking
Roper.
robot at the
Robot
movies.
and Roper at the movies. That's Robot and Roper. Well, I'm saying like just talk about like your regular average because like Ebert was like above average at what he did too. Like, so if
He's
you
good
just
at
had that
watching-
voice
I'm
thing-
really good at watching movies.
Yeah.
I'm even better at it.
if you had that voice thing,
I fell asleep in a theater. We
Yeah,
got the
right.
testimonial
You gotta
right
be.
here.
You have to be good at watching
dedication.
movies.
If you had that voice thing, like, is it good that you're associated with Stephen Hawking? Like, oh, everyone's gonna think every stupid thing I say is smart now because that's how I sound. Or are you pissed off? Like, fuck, that's what I have to live up to now.
But I think he said smart things. I think that's why people treat him as.
But do
you
you
would not be
think-
saying smart things. You would be like, "What is up with
If I have a-
this?"
think
if
the
I have
elevate-
a keyboard in front of me, I can look up things that are smart to say. So
Oh yeah, there you go. Right.
think you ever looked something up and was like, because he had that keyboard right there.
You can tell if people are doing that though by the 10 minutes it takes them to answer your question.
But you wouldn't know because you'd think he'd be typing up a statement, so you'd be patiently waiting.
So he was.
Yeah.
I don't think he was. You think you could be that sly? I would
Maybe.
love fucking.
Maybe. It's like the equivalent of like turning your phone away from someone. He just kind of turns his chair away so you can't see that he's Googling the
Nah,
answer.
he was looking. He was fucking having a full-on conversation with you and looking at nurse porn.
Yeah, I was going to say little people porn is. if
So
we
you
are to
think it
believe
was
the
what he
rumors.
was saying? You don't think the voice elevated how intelligent we all perceived what he said?
I think he was like a scientist that invented something, right?
The
What
black
did
holes.
He
He
Yeah.
invented black holes, yes. I believe that's true.
His big thing that he did was theories, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
mhm. Yeah.
Theory of Everything.
Yeah.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
have that book upstairs. Yep.
That was the movie title. I didn't.
Oh, that
I didn't know
one.
it was a book. Well, see, that's why if I had the robot voice, though, you would.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just
we
a
already saw
movie.
the
Yeah.
yeah.
Movie versions go. That's what Ebert was saying. Yeah. No, read the book. Movie version covers everything. Like, oh,
All right.
when you say it with your voice, I don't trust you. But
But
when I hear that robot saying it, I think I can trust him. Yeah.
So you trust a robot?
Yeah. How would you do that on book on tape though?
It's a long drive.
Because he fucking narrated documentaries and shit.
Roger
Yeah.
Ebert, like the one on Citizen Kane or something.
No, the robot voice of Stephen Hawking
What?
was nominated. Was
What?
I've in school. I remember
crazy.
in school seeing a documentary narrated by Stephen Hawking. But who should fucking get credit for the narration?
It's like should have R2D2 narrated or something.
Right.
That's crazy.
I'm saying because narration isn't usually the narrators don't write the stuff that they say. So if
Yeah.
he's just relaying a script, it should be the fucking computer. It should be IBM and the fucking writer getting narration
Yeah.
credits.
Shouldn't they get a guy who sounds like Stephen Hawking or sounded like him? And
They
then-
could have.
Right.
Yeah.
Or he was rich. He could have just paid like an actor
Morgan
to
Freeman.
read what he writes. So you could just type it out. Yeah, Morgan Freeman could be like, the theory is
Oh, man.
this. And everyone would be like, you're way cooler.
Matthew McConaughey.
There you go.
That southern twang doesn't see. Morgan
aren't a
Freeman
lot of
sounds
hot-
smart. Does Matthew McConaughey sound smart?
Have you seen Frailty?
I haven't actually.
That was at the horror fest.
Would you
That's
trust
right.
the documentary on black holes? Like, would you think
Oh,
that black
Southerner?
holes were
No,
I
real if a fucking southern
wouldn't.
accent was
I
telling
would not.
you this?
I would not. It's a bad bias. I wish it didn't exist, but
no,
it does.
No, it would actually be like, oh, I want to hear him do like some sort of like the space and all the spacey smooth sounds and his kind of relaxing voice. That actually sounds like a great idea.
Well,
yeah.
Matthew McConaughey specifically, I think you're right because he's got that like, yeah, all right, you know, like he can go like real.
No, black holes are serious shit. I don't want to fucking. I don't want to Dude, light doesn't even escape those.
Yeah.
Do you know how fucking fast light is? And it
Yes.
can't get out of a black hole.
It's crazy.
As fast as the Millennium Falcon.
Well, the Millennium Falcon was only measured in what they like. It was like 12
Oh, what the light speed?
12
Which I
parsecs.
think is the speed of light. Yeah.
What was the fucking thing they said in Star Wars?
Parsecs.
Like,
What
12,
was parsecs?
12
Yeah,
parsecs or something. It wasn't a measurement of speed or whatever. Though,
Oh,
right?
okay. Yeah, that was
The
probably a
nerds still
distance.
found a way to justify it. I don't know enough about what they say, but they said that there's like some reason why you can make sense out of that completely nonsensical line.
It's whatever.
Well, what's a parsec in space? Is it the same as here? It sounds parsec sounds like it could be anything. It could,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I forget if it made it in the Kessel Run.
The
It made the Kessel Run in 12
That's right.
parsecs.
Okay, so parsec is actually a thing. It is a measurement of light year. A parsec, a unit of distance used in astronomy, equal to 1.26 light years. So 1 parsec corresponds to the distance at which the mean radius of the Earth's orbit. So this is boring as fuck.
Yeah.
Subtends
It'll
the
really
angle
come
of
into-
1 second of
Come
an
into play
arch.
soon enough.
This is very boring.
So wait, can the Millennium Falcon escape a black hole then? If it can go faster?
Nothing
than
can
light?
escape a black
This
hole.
yeah, nothing can escape.
But if it goes faster than light seems to be like the measurement they use for black holes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And nothing can escape a black hole, but they do really
We're all
focus
gonna-
on light.
We're all gonna be sucked up by a black hole someday, guys. No escaping it.
But I'm not. So you're less worried about it though, because Matthew McConaughey's the one that told you.
Exactly.
If you heard that robot voice, you're like fuck. When is this? I need a
There
date.
is a black hole
Yeah.
coming.
How
It's
many
terrifying.
parsecs?
That does
Yeah.
sound terrifying.
Terrifying.
How many
right, but if
Why
parsecs
didn't
from
he get
now?
a less terrifying voice?
Right.
That was a choice.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like the toy we had, right? There was that like red thing that had the handle and like all the letters, and you. It was like
Oh.
So you think like he was like the cow says.
it kind of it kind
Was that in Toy Story?
it kind of like maybe
Very tangential. Let's get back to
was? I'm not sure if it was.
like Bonsai Buddy. He could have sounded like Bonsai Buddy.
Bonzo
Oh.
Buddy.
Although Bonsai Buddy fucking destroyed your computer worse than any porn you could find.
Oh. Well, I won't
he's
jerk
called
off
Bonsai
to that
Buddy.
then. After that.
You can't jerk off to a purple gorilla.
No, I
But he
guess
had
not.
like a friendlier voice. It was like
Kermit sounds like Kermit.
Yeah,
I just realized that
did
when
sound
I,
like
like it was
Kermit.
more. It was more robotic sounding though because it was just speaking in the words that you were typing in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he could have the Kermit voice.
Yeah, he could have had a Kermit voice. That would you have taken him seriously if he did? He's like, the theory of everything is this. Would you?
I mean, I
Yeah,
let Kermit.
you flailing his
That would have been
arms.
sweet.
I let Kermit teach me about rainbows. Why can't we fucking go? Why can't we go a strata higher?
All right, there aren't
Yeah.
enough songs about black holes.
And what's on the other side? Death. Nothing but
Yeah,
death.
right.
Dark Kermit. I love it. Yeah.
I would like to see Kermit narrate a space documentary because everything would go wrong, but he'd pull it off at the end.
It's true. Wouldn't be
Well,
OG Kermit.
There's
though, yeah.
there's Muppets from Space. That's close.
Yeah,
That's
that's
true.
true.
I've never seen it though. So
No?
where do they go?
It's one of the it's
Space.
one of those films you got to see before you die, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Taxi Driver,
Yeah.
Muppets from Space.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's just in there,
He's
dude.
right.
There.
It felt like a very Burning Man phrase. It's just like it's something you got to see before you die, man.
You thought you're like Gonzo's from nowhere. No, he's from space.
That makes sense.
It's very specific. I think we're all from space though, so
I guess if you go back far enough, yeah.
well we're
No, I mean literally, Earth is in space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I suppose in the largest sense, sure. We're all from space. But Gonzo's from, like, space.
Yeah, from
What?
outer space.
Yeah, from outer space. Yeah.
He's an immigrant.
Yeah.
Get
So
him
this
outta-
does
get him
tie
outta here.
back to the
Yeah,
yeah,
there we
Taking
go.
jobs from fucking good American stuntmen and bowlers, right? He had
Coming
a
and
bowling.
fucking
game.
our chickens, man.
Yeah, fucking our chickens. Is that? what it is?
Yeah. It's an H1N1 bird flu risk, right?
Yeah. Was
there.
every other Muppet based on an Earth animal? What's Elmo? What's Cookie Monster?
Well, those
He's
are
a monster, but they're Sesame Street.
monsters. Yeah.
Yeah. Though there were monsters on
Oh, fuck.
Muppet Show.
I'm getting
Almost,
everything.
almost Sesame Street.
Yeah,
Still
the
in
monsters
Jim
on
Henson world.
monsters on Sesame Street, but yeah.
I guess there was what's his face, Sweetums.
Sweetums, I
He
was
was a
gonna-
monster, but
Sweetums.
the big guy, he was like a man in a suit, one of the few.
Was he just like a giant mouth?
Yeah, well, he was like a big hairy guy with he
Okay.
had like a big mouth. I don't know.
And
He
he's
was
from
cool.
space too.
I don't know. They're never really clear where Sweetums is from.
That's yeah.
But other than that, yeah, there's a dog, pig,
Yeah,
frog.
there's Bean Bunny. There's
Yeah.
I know a lot. Of
You
the
are
obscure.
you are deep cuts on the Muppet.
There's some
Babies.
men too. There's like
Professor-
Beaker and yeah,
Professor Honeydew, and those are just people apparently.
the Swedish chef.
The
has
two old
human
guys in the
hands.
balcony.
Yep,
people.
Statler and
Whoa,
Waldorf.
so, yeah.
Oh man,
Just
did I even have a childhood? Why am I struggling? Oh, you
You're
guys
really
have
having
all
trouble.
these fucking names.
What's
Yeah.
the name of the Kermit's nephew?
Oh yeah,
Shit, that's a. But
that's a good
do you
one.
remember
I can
Kermit's
picture
Scrappy Doo.
it. Yeah, very scrappy.
no, but he's
vibes.
Tiny Tim in
I
the
think it's
in the
Newt. Is it Newt? No.
Newt.
I'm
Maybe.
guessing. I'm 100%
Yeah, right.
guessing.
He's in a Muppet Christmas Carol.
Yeah, it's Tiny Tim.
Okay, well, which one should I watch first? I want to watch the Muppet movies in chronological order.
You should watch them all.
jeez.
Muppets Take Manhattan, Muppet Christmas Carol,
You've
Muppets Treasure Island. They're all good.
The Muppet movie.
The Muppet
I've
movie,
seen the
yeah.
one with Jason Segel.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's the
that
old
one's good.
one. But have you seen the Christmas Carol?
No, I'm Jewish.
Oh.
My mom would beat me if I brought home propaganda films like that.
Well, if you ever
Did the-
convert, that's
Did the Muppets ever take Hanukkah?
No. No.
Miss Piggy should be Jewish, right? I feel like they fucking serve her on Christmas. She's untouchable. She's
Oh,
untouchable
shit,
by the
no.
Jews.
Yeah, that's
I
Miss
don't-
Piggy's problem, though. She's horny as shit. She wants to be touchable. So
Not edible though. I think Jews can have sex with pigs. They just can't eat them.
I don't know about that. You should consult a rabbi.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know any religion's take on bestiality,
So
really.
you can fuck pigs, but you can't watch the Muppets Christmas Carol.
It is a very
Yeah.
strange religion. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, a pig that celebrates Christmas is basically a self-loathing Jew.
I'm trying to
yeah.
wrap my head around this.
Wait, so
Yeah.
you both are Christian? What, there's nothing in the.
I have Christian family, and I don't.
Yeah.
I don't care. You know.
Yeah.
There's nothing on any stone
I mean,
tablets.
I care, but how do I know?
What does the Bible say about laying with animal?
To
it's-
snuggle with them?
It's not for it. I don't think. I haven't read that part of the
You're
Bible.
allowed to snuggle with them, but if they curl up by your head, but you can't
But-
fuck them.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
Bible. I
They
think,
didn't go ahead and make that a commandment or anything, but like I think it's in there.
but they didn't think they had to tell people.
Yeah, I think that's
Are you
what
kidding?
It is. I think
I'm
they just
pretty
assumed-
sure back in that time, animal fucking was way more rampant than it is now.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have fleshlights or something.
It's just a sneaking
Or,
suspicion.
Fifis or whatever you call them.
Plus the fact you
That's
go
if you're in
even
prison.
you go even further back, half the animals in Greek mythology are fucking half an animal, half a human.
Yeah.
Well, which side are you? Yeah, probably the bottom half.
Yeah.
What
which
do you
is
think? So
usually-
if you're like a horse head and a human body, you're like human on my mom's side, or like,
fine, I'll get a blowjob. It's not weird.
What would be better?
oh, I would get a blowjob from a horse.
What would be better?
Wait, what is it? A blow? Is it the top half? Is the human?
Okay, so that's a centaur. That's your standard issue
Centaur.
centaur. If it's a
Yeah.
horse bottom.
Okay, so yeah,
and a
you'd get a
human half.
blowjob from a centaur, but not anything with a.
wouldn't.
Look at the way
Probably
they
wouldn't.
fucking devour a carrot. You're
We'll
not.
see how the night goes, but I'm a no at first.
Wait, what's the best animal to get blown by then?
A
Whoa. Animal or human-animal mythological hybrid?
Well, if it's a human head, that doesn't count, does it?
Well, a mermaid, I guess, is somehow the least weird.
See, I don't know, because a fish is going to smell really bad. Like the fish
Oh,
part's going to
you know.
smell really bad.
But
if
you've
it's
been
out of the
there.
water.
But
Yeah,
But they got
right.
that perfectly circular mouth,
Not too often.
Oh, yeah, I still,
and they can
well,
breathe,
no.
and
No,
they can
no, no,
breathe
no.
out, and they
These
can
are
breathe out their
regular-
neck.
You're
Okay.
thinking of reverse mermaid.
No, it's been determined. Fish, best blowjob animal.
I don't know, man. Those scales.
Billy the Big Mouth? Yeah.
Top it. Top it.
Take
then.
me to the water.
Give me an animal that can beat the fish blowjob argument.
Uh,
Dude, the breathing out the neck while it doesn't have to come up for air,
sure.
perfectly circular mouth. You're not beating a fish blowjob from any
So
other
you're doing
fucking
a
animal.
fish top
If
half
I'm
and a-
getting
on a
blown by an
lady?
animal, fish.
You're just talking about a straight up animal.
Yes.
It's ironic that they don't have the external dicks and can never really enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so,
I
but
know.
Dave,
It's the
Dave-
tragic thing about fish. They can't suck their own
Dave,
dick.
Dave,
They can't even, they can't even reach
Not
it.
even an eel. An eel is perfectly built to suck its own dick, but it doesn't
It
have
can't.
the dick.
It can't.
Shit, yeah.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
So you're not coming up with anything.
It's a better. I can't come up with anything better. No.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's way softer animals.
I was
to
stuck
just
on
rub up.
mythological creatures, so now I have
Okay,
to
well, what's-
recalibrate.
It's easier to think of mythological creatures.
I would fuck a
because-
lot more mythological creatures than I would actual animals in the world. I think.
All right,
but-
so which one?
I would. Which okay, it's tough. I
Are we
get
going for like Star
Someone-
Wars? Like
Someone
you can-
saying Birdo from Mario?
oh,
That's Holly. Holly said Birdo.
oh
from,
yeah,
Thank you, Holly.
sure.
Yeah, but he spits.
Eggs.
You're that petty.
well, if he's gonna spit it,
Yeah,
does he spit across
It
the
doesn't
room?
hurt your feelings a little bit?
Never. I
You're
could care
used
less.
to it, yeah.
Used to it.
yeah, yeah.
Used to it's a different discussion, but yeah, sure.
Birdo's not a bad answer as far
Okay.
as mythology. I mean, yeah, if you want to do Star Wars, it's all mythology.
Yeah, I mean,
Nice.
most of them are very human-like. So it's the ones with the pigtails there.
Oh, the
The
Twi'leks.
Twi'leks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, well they're the sex appeal.
That's
They're-
true.
they're the sex appeal
they
from
were-
Star
That's
Wars.
true. They were.
They're all the
dancing around.
whores.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are they're the ones that have that like thing around their necks.
the men do. The women have like two dangling ones.
That's
the men
right.
have their like, so they could. They probably have the best autoerotic asphyxiation.
Like Bib Fortuna,
Yeah.
we're talking.
Yeah. Okay.
That's right.
Name dropping Bib Fortuna.
We never
I
thought.
know.
Never thought.
R.I.P. Book of Boba Fett finally
Oh,
finally
shit, I
gave
had
us
no idea.
Did they kill Bib Fortuna?
Book of Boba Fett killed off Bib, or was
Wow.
it
Do you believe in that stuff?
what the Disney Star
Do you
Wars?
accept it as I mean, he's not the. They didn't like. That's like saying, "Oh, I killed off Ebenezer Scrooge." Like, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
Well, 'cause
Kermit
fuck-
did in the Muppet Christmas Carol.
Because I mean, George Lucas is still George Lucas. I mean, Dickens died, so any Ebenezer Scrooge he wrote Ebenezer Scrooge Dickens. Am
Yes.
I? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Well, I know
Yeah, there you
things.
go.
Yeah.
You were right. You were
yeah.
right.
You nailed it.
I mean,
So
it's
if
not
if
like
it's
it's
not
not like a
Dickens-
shit. It's not like I'm shitting on it. It's just like, like, can we really think of like
And so anything.
Han Solo as dead? I kind of like thinking back. I'm like, that's just a whole other. It's just like Jamie Lee Curtis and all the different versions of the
Oh yeah. Halloween.
everything's a
Oh.
multiverse, right? So
It's true.
Did the Star Wars do the multiverse?
Star Wars
I haven't.
didn't do the, but the
I
fans,
tapped out.
a lot of the
Well,
fans won't
they
accept
killed off-
Disney.
they killed off Chewbacca years ago.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, in a book.
Oh, but the books were never canon.
Yeah, they were.
There was a book.
George Lucas-
Don't
even-
gaslight me.
Even when George Lucas was
You're
running
being
the show, he
gaslit-
never
I'm not
accepted
even
the
that
books.
passionate, but
Yeah.
it's like
Apparently,
the-
there's a what if book where
choose your own.
yeah, where Chewbacca goes crash lands on Earth a long time ago because he lives a long time because he's a Wookiee. He lives into the present day or the recent past where he encounters an adventurer named Indiana Jones. And I've never seen this comic, but allegedly it exists. Chewbacca and a different Harrison Ford character hang out and go on an adventure together. So I would love to read that one.
So female Wookiee, would you? Because that's where we started this.
they can rip the arm out of your socket.
That's not sexy.
That no.
Dave, to answer your question, would and have.
I did it all for the Wookiee.
There we go.
Oh man, we are fucking killing
Rolling
it
right now.
Rolling. Yeah, there we go.
But yeah, they bought it. George Lucas, if he died and then Disney just pounced on the IP, but he sold it. He sold it of his own volition.
Yeah.
Right.
The movies are terrible, but I've actually enjoyed all the TV shows on some level where Bib Fortuna was killed.
I mean, I would enjoy that too.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some of it. I don't have any problems with it. I'm not like, I'm so mad at the woke. It's like whatever, It has to exist. So
Yeah.
of course they have to kill off the actors that won't be in it again. So
Yeah.
the only one you can, yeah.
Well, yeah, he's the only one that can stay alive, right? Because Carrie Fisher died. I think Mark Hamill killed himself last Tuesday.
You don't even know. It's just so. I've just tried to stay away from all electronic screens in the last.
That's not a bad decision.
Well, you don't want to say anything that.
Not really true. I've seen, movies. I saw Heretic.
Oh, how was that? I wanted to see that.
It's pretty cool. It's like one of those, wordy kind of like I'm trying to figure out what's going on because it's a lot of dialogue, but it's still pretty entertaining. And Hugh
Nice.
Grant's great.
Is
yeah.
it stay psychological? Because I don't like supernatural horror as much as I like psychological horror.
It's more psychological.
Okay.
Yeah. You guys haven't seen it?
I was
No,
gonna.
not
I
yet.
usually see movies after the show, but there's no late showing, even though it's opening weekend and it's a horror movie. That's
Yeah.
perfect recipe for a fucking 10 o'clock.
Right.
Whatever. Because that was my complaint about Long Legs. I'm sure you saw Long Legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they fucking marketed it as the next Silence of the Lambs, and I was like, oh, cool. How did he psychologically get the devil? Like, well, that's a
Well, that's
fucking
not-
cop out.
Yeah, that's not Silence of the Lambs. No, I had a choice between that and Venom 3, and I felt I owed it to the franchise to finish it. And I probably should have seen Heretic.
Yeah, I saw Venom 3 also. I don't remember a thing about it like the second I was done watching it.
It was complete fluff. It was
Yeah.
the definition of like a flick. There's nothing there. There's nothing to
Yeah.
it. But I enjoyed it, but there was just nothing to it.
Yeah, I haven't seen Venom 1 or 2. So.
One's fine.
One is
Two happened.
One is a flawed but fun movie. 2 is like, well, you tried. And 3 is like, well, maybe you shouldn't have tried. There were a couple cool things.
Well, because
about
they
it,
had
but-
the actor I really liked in this third one. Stephen Graham's the actor that plays him.
Stephen Grant.
He's his first role was Tommy from Snatch.
Oh, yeah.
But since then he's played like badass gangsters, and he's like British, but he's really good. He
Yep.
played Al Capone in Boardwalk Empire,
Yep.
Babyface in Public Enemy.
Yeah, he really did an about face from Snatch where he
Yeah.
played like a little bitch.
in Irishman he was. I
Yeah.
forget who he played, but he was
But he's
awesome
tough.
in the one scene. Yeah. But he was in Venom 3, and then they like kept mentioning him stuff that had happened with him. I'm like, wait, was he fucking in Venom too?
I had the same
And
thing.
he
I
was,
like,
apparently.
He was in Venom 2? What the fuck? I completely blocked out most of Venom 2.
Yeah.
But that's okay. You don't need to see any of them.
Yeah, you-
I only watched the Spider-Man movies with Spider-Man in them, so yeah, I have my
So no Morbius or Craven or
Craven. Oh right.
Yeah, I missed Craven.
that hasn't come out yet.
Oh, well, I'm going to miss Craven.
They don't want to like. I
Let's
guess
set it up. Let's all get together and miss it.
yeah. Yeah, that'd be a good time.
like the Spider-Man IP's like your fucking. It's like your virginity. If you don't use it, you lose it. So that's what if they go along without using Spider-Man stuff, then it just goes to Marvel.
The Aunt May movie. Yeah.
Would they have? They did talk about an Aunt May movie.
Yeah.
Couldn't you just make any movie and it's like, yeah, it's Aunt May and whatever. It's
Right, it's just a rom-com starring Aunt May. Spider-Man is in Europe at the
I
time.
mean, is it the current hot Aunt May?
yeah.
Marissa Tomei. Is that Marissa Tomei?
Yeah.
Marissa Tomei. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I'm not complaining.
All right. But Aunt May was never hot. I never wanted to
What?
fuck
You
Aunt
don't
May.
think so?
Well,
I had never wanted to fuck Aunt May before Marissa Tomei's Aunt May.
Oh come on, Sally Field played her in those.
Oh right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
She's okay. Yeah.
The second time I wanted to fuck her. You got me.
And what about that old Broadway bitch in the first one?
Third
What
time.
is Rosemary Harris? Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I know all these.
Yeah, there's
Jesus.
not too many current fuckable Rosemaries, right?
No.
I'm
Is
the.
That's my godmother's name, so it feels weird. I never
If
thought.
your name is Rosemary and you're
Yeah.
fuckable,
They don't
reach
have
out.
they don't have godmother porn, do they?
No,
Yeah.
no, they don't. And like
And
I
they're
said,
not
it's-
related to you at all.
Godmother
Well,
porn?
they're going to
Godmo-
be. Well, they could be. My godmother's also my aunt, so
Oh, that seems like cheating.
yeah, it's
Like that's who you the godfather, whatever godparents thing is because it's not implied. Like
right.
if you lost your parent, yeah, that's just you
All it
just
is
guess it would fall to your aunt.
All it is designated kid catcher. Like if I die, you have to like come catch my
Why
kids.
do you have to make it so horrible sounding?
My kids
Yeah.
will be running around, and my corpse will be in the bed or whatever.
Normally the state would give the kid to you, but you're a godparent. You got to catch the kid.
Catch him. You
We're
gotta
gonna
catch
give
him.
it an 8-second head start, and you gotta go chase it. That would have made the Godfather way more interesting. The sped up version.
You come to me today when I'm trying to catch my brother's children.
Hey, they
Isn't
lube
that how
these
he
kids
died?
up. I can't get my hands on them.
Didn't he die catching a kid, trying to catch a kid?
Oh, because he
Yeah.
was
Did,
he had an
yeah.
orange in his mouth.
Yeah.
Oof. We fucking cracked that wide open.
we did.
Failed to catch the kid. Couldn't be the Godfather no
that's
more.
right.
That's right.
My godfather and godmother, my aunt and uncle, they got divorced well after I was born, and they remarried, or my godmother remarried. Do I get another godfather? Is it like a step godfather?
Step Godfather.
Do you think there could
Yeah.
be such a thing?
I mean,
Like
Yeah,
like
it's-
like Michael, like
Michael Corleone was
Yeah.
a step
Yeah,
Godfather.
a step godfather. Yeah.
that was what they were gonna call Godfather 2, the step Godfather.
I guess a godmother and godfather doesn't matter much when you're an adult, because I don't need anyone to care for me.
It's true.
Well, my parents are dead. I should probably
Yeah,
call
you're-
my godmother up. Like I need help.
Yeah, you're
Hey,
my-
you technically adopted me, so
Yeah, you said you were cool with this. I'm 40. Let's
you're
do
my
it.
you're my first full-on orphan friend now.
I
that
can
think
move
of
back
it.
in with
Yeah.
you now.
There you go. Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Like, I need an allowance from you, godmother. Please.
I also love the idea of step godparents. Like your godparents barely talk to you, and then you're like step godparents. That's
Yeah.
insane.
It's like, hi, I'm Dan. I'm an adult
yeah.
you've never met.
I
You're
know,
my
which one
step
don't
You're
godmother.
not my real Godfather.
Yeah,
You're my
you're
real
my
step
real-
godfather.
I'll make you an offer. I'm never gonna look at you again.
Does it? Yeah, I guess whichever one dunked you, I guess gets.
Yeah,
Is that how it works?
I think so.
Yeah, typically.
Yeah.
Or did they tag team it? You get one leg, I get the other.
Just tip him.
Hang you into the baptism water like, where's my money?
Like you're steeping tea.
All right, I think we're about to go to the news, but unfortunately, since I'm using a new thing, we're not gonna have the wonderful, beautiful little interstitial. I know. I'm very sorry. I apologize. We're just
You
gonna
just
have
sing
to
it.
We
raw
just do
dog
it?
You have
Yeah,
to
yeah,
sing
yeah.
it
We
for
just do
us.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
The news.
Perfect.
Yeah, how about that? Does that
Nailed
sound
it.
about
you
right?
are
For
beautiful.
a guy that's only heard it once or twice, I think that was pretty good.
Good job, dude.
Okay, this is the news section.
Here's the cool part. I do have the joke off.
Oh, cool.
I do have the joke off. I just don't
So,
have the.
I was hoping
apologize.
that you would do it with your mouth.
I know.
Well, it's
Like
enough
a fish.
Yeah, like a fish. Like
Like
a perfect
Birdo.
0.
Yeah.
Like a perfect O. Yeah.
All right. This is the news section. This is the weirdest way we've ever gotten into this section. But for those of you who are watching, you know that. And this section, if you've never watched it before, Dave and I have written 12 jokes about the news. Each, I have not conferred with him. We don't even talk anymore. And I don't know what he
You
wrote.
tried once when we were peeing, and I
Yeah,
can't start.
it did not
You guys
work.
are on step-godparent.
Yeah, exactly.
like kind of
He's
relationship.
Basically, my step godfather right now. But if we have a joke on the same premise, same news story, we are going to have a joke off, joking each other off.
And we're back.
Might have happened.
Okay, it might have happened. It did a joke off. When we're joking each other off, Joe, you are the judge, the jury, and the executioner, a regular Judge Dredd. You,
I'm
can
writing
decide-
that down.
Don't.
And I am mad.
Yeah,
I love it.
Judge Dredd. You.
Judge Joe Murdock.
Yes, there you go. And basically, if we have a joke off, you will decide which of the two joke off competitors is the best one, and Dave and I will maintain bragging rights.
Did
for
you
that.
say it was only for the same news story?
But it has to be for the same news story. So don't do what some of our guests do and just supply which one of us told the better first joke,
Yeah.
because we know it's me.
Never.
Dave, would you like to go first?
Sure. Raccoon drops from ceiling at LaGuardia Airport and goes on the run. Even worse, that means someone from boarding class C on the next Southwest flight is going to go the entire flight without a meal.
Racist messages about picking cotton spam black Americans in Ohio as Rudy Giuliani finally gets his phone privileges back.
I guess it's a joke off.
Okay.
Okay.
Joking each other off.
I'm going you, I think, by a hair.
Wait, no.
I didn't even tell the joke
He's
yet.
got to tell his joke right now.
Wait, hold on.
This
I'm
is
sorry.
I have a joke for the same news story. Is
Oh wait,
that
but you did.
So yeah, the joke I did was a completely different. We have 12 jokes.
So
yeah.
it's the joke I just told against this joke that's coming up.
But I like where his head's at. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
FBI aware of black Americans receiving racist text across the country. They said they plan to be very hands-on with this investigation because they have a whole lot of high fives to give out.
Okay. You can go ahead and give that one.
Boom.
Yeah, so that was good. I'll admit when he has a better joke than me. Doesn't happen often, but there we go.
Wait, stand your ground.
He just felt obligated to say that because he said it first.
Maybe. Maybe not.
I don't know. Donald Trump put Elon Musk on phone with Vladimir Zelensky during call, reports say. But only because both men were refusing to give up the phone as they begged Zelensky to tell them which one Putin thought was cuter.
Pooter was cooter.
Yeah, hard. Putin and cuter don't seem like they would trip you up, but
I get you.
they do.
All right. Harris formally concedes one day after Trump's sweeping victory, which Trump accepted humbly by saying, "See how subservient she is? Told you she was just Asian."
Oh boy, it's like the election gave us permission to be worse. Thank you, Donald Trump. Harriet Tubman posthumously named a general in Valentine's Day ceremony. Though it is expected in a few months, incoming Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller will announce Tubman is posthumously demoted back to being a slave.
That guy is creepy.
That's great.
Jay Leno calls Trump's win over Harris a great day for democracy. Yeah, Leno can't help but respect anyone who has a job and then loses that job, but then decides to take it back again.
That's good. That's very good. Demonstrators wave Nazi flags outside local theater production of The Diary of Anne Frank in Michigan. In what people are calling the most intense and compelling interactive art experience they have ever seen.
Yeah. see. Doctor surrenders license after allegedly asking patient who received revealed abortion if she had Jesus in her life. Yeah, he was accused of running a scam as he got caught telling people it cost a lot more to remove Jesus than a baby.
Spirit Airlines suspends flights to Haiti after a plane is hit by gunfire. Yeah. When asked for comment, Southwest Airlines lit a cigarette, sunk a machete into a wooden table, and said, "The island is ours now."
Another joke off.
There we go.
Oof.
Joking each other off.
Spirit Airlines plane hit by gunfire while attempting to land in Haiti. This doesn't help dispel any notions that Haitians will pretty much attempt to kill anything that has a tail.
Okay. All right. Joe, as an official joke off, which of those two did you like better?
I think you,
The scales have been balanced. Wisconsin man accused of hurling baby against wall because he was losing an NBA video game. I'll let you get. I'll read that one again. I'll let you get that laugh.
Don't hurl babies at walls. It's terrible. Jesus Christ.
This is a real news story that happened in the world
Okay,
this
that
week.
was funny.
Yeah.
That was the funniest.
Those
Thank
games
you.
can be frustrating.
Thank you.
I'm
They
not
can.
gonna
They
lie.
can.
Those games can be frustrating.
All right. Wisconsin man accused of hurling baby against wall because he was losing an NBA video game. In fact, there hasn't been a son hitting the wall harder in front of his basketball dad since Bronny.
Oh man, that's a good one.
Thank you. Yeah, Bronny. He
LeBron's
can't
kid.
play. He
He's-
can't play
he got-
in the NBA.
Oh, okay.
He probably shouldn't be in the NBA because he's not. But they wanted to keep LeBron. LeBron wanted to be the guy to play with
He
his
basically
kid.
blackmailed his own team to draft his son, who wasn't good enough to play in the NBA.
All right.
Yeah. Biden congratulates Trump, pledges peaceful and orderly transfer of power. Although some White House staff did say they overheard Biden saying things like push on through and fight like hell, but it turns out that's just how he talks to himself when he's on the toilet.
Stop the steal.
Who's stealing that?
All right. Bomb threats across multiple states targeting voting sites has been traced back to Russia. In an alarming detail of the election, no one will ever be able to bring up without a Republican repeating it back to them in a retard voice.
We say mongrel on this
Sorry,
show.
excuse me. Trump won, baby. All right.
2025 Grammy nominees Taylor Swift and Beatles go head-to-head for Record of the Year. Yeah, and based on the online reaction from her fans, Swift is going to go down as the woman most responsible for tearing down the Beatles without being married to one of them.
43 monkeys escape South Carolina research facility, police warning residents to lock doors and windows. These monkeys are believed to be riddled with STDs from the inhumane amount of time they have spent lost in South Carolina.
See?
Yeah.
I have a story. It's about one of it's not the same story. It's about the same story. So we wouldn't call
we won't
this
say
a joke.
it's a joke
Yeah.
off. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
The
I won't.
No judging on this one.
first of 43 escaped lab monkeys caught, 42 still on the run. Yeah, authorities were disappointed as they are hoping that the monkey they picked up would also snatch several other ones with its tail.
I like that one. I'm glad I don't have to go up against it. That's a good one.
Cute one, right?
Yeah. Tony Todd, actor who played Candyman, dies at age 69. The family asks that you honor him by not speaking about it to more than 4 people.
Yeah. And speaking of, he was video game Venom in the most recent
That's right.
Spider-Man
There
game.
you go.
Bringing it full circle.
That's right, video game.
Yeah.
Venom.
All right. 100-year-old Jimmy Carter receives 10th Grammy Award nomination for spoken word album Last Sundays in Plains. Yeah, and well deserved for, as said in the small excerpt from the album,
Logged up.
I was taken out of context.
Before his fame, Timothy Chalamet was told he didn't have the right body for big movies like The Maze Runner. Yeah, but his stardom is now considered a victory for all men who are shaped like the candle from Beauty and the Beast.
Yep.
That's a good figure. That's when some people
right.
work out for that.
Yeah, I see that and I say, be my guest, you know?
No. Mattel addresses misprint on Wicked doll packaging that leads to porn site. Yeah, it's caused mass confusion on both ends, as many people were confused by none of the women melting after they were hit by liquids.
Fuck. That's good. That's nice. That's a good one.
That's good stuff.
Oh, hey, there we go. This is another, this is just where it was on the joke list, but it kind of lines up. John M. Chu misses the premiere of his own movie, Wicked, to attend the birth of his 5th child. This is also one of the few times a man was responsible in the same day for 1 birth and 1 abortion.
Nice.
So it's not good?
I don't know.
Yeah. All right, last one for me. Former Harris staffer calls on Biden to resign, install Harris as first female president. And of course, she'd end up getting 2 years of presidency after that because women will kick you out of the house and still want half of what you got.
I like that. And my last one, a French electric company is hacked. Ransomware crew demands $125,000 to be paid entirely in baguettes. Yeah. A police spokesman said, when we catch these criminals, their sentence is going to be long and hard on the outside, but flaky and warm once you break it open.
You went German.
My French needs some work. It's mostly the cigarette. My French accent mostly just takes place here.
Well, he's from Germany.
That's right.
There was a lot of
It's a
misplacement
His
going
mother
on
was
back.
Thank you, Joe. This is a complex character I'm doing here, and I appreciate you understanding
He's
the backstory.
assimilated pretty well.
But he still sometimes, when he's in a high-stress situation, like talking about this ransomware crime.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
does a
goes,
good-
he goes full Arnold Schwarzenegger.
But he can do a good Obama.
he's great. He actually better.
Yeah.
They tried him out for Biden for a little while. and
He's
I
a
don't know.
third Korean, so it's
Yeah, and he's Fred Armisen's cousin, so who the fuck knows?
So Joe, what do you got? This is live, so starting tomorrow. What do you got coming up? Where can people see you?
Well, I do know I'll be at a Drop Tent show on the 22nd.
Oh, toy.
That's a good place to go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Myers
be there.
Brewing Company. I'll see you there.
Michael S. Watkins is on that show. Who else is
Yeah,
on that
Michael.
That's a name I haven't heard in forever.
Yeah, she's doing great. Michael S.
Very funny.
Watkins. Very fun lineup. You can go over to droptent.com. Get
Cool.
those tickets.
Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome. Where can our listeners find you on social media?
Joseph E. Murdock and Instagram. You know, if you look up Joe Murdock or Joseph
All right.
Joe Murdock. I think if you look up
Wait,
Joe
you
I
don't
Murdock,
think
have
if you
the-
look up Joe Murdock,
You
it
don't
comes
have
up
the
for me.
abilities to
Joseph-
show the names.
I know. I will have that up, of course, but I don't have it up right now because I told you I had a couple of issues, but it's all good. I will have it, of course, in the description. So go right below and slap it on in there, baby.
Neil,
It's
just
right
take care of it in post.
Toy.
It's in there right now.
What do you have? What do you have going on?
All right.
Dave?
Next Wednesday. Wait. Okay. Yeah. Wednesday. I just have Westchester written down. Steve Rinaldi's running.
It's got to
that?
be Steve Rinaldi's show.
Okay, so you're on. You know,
I don't think I'm not sure if I'm
he
on that
said
one.
something about you being on it.
If I'm
Well,
on this one, I have to check.
He's
my
on his
calendar.
way into the studio now.
Well,
so,
yeah, so we'll
he's
ask
like,
him.
so he might.
Because he's like, hey, do you live close to Westchester? I said about an hour. He's like, never mind. I was like, I have a fucking car. And so now I'm on that. Had to claw for it.
Hey.
Thursday, the Liberty Tavern in Woodland. I want to say that's in Pennsylvania.
Wonderful.
Yeah, with a friend of the show, Jay Sutton.
Oh yeah, Jay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Good
I
comic.
like Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Jay's
that's
good
good for now.
Cool.
Can you just hit your? Did you do the at?
Oh fuck, Dave Prim comedy on thing.
Yeah.
Threads.
Yeah, you do threads.
Say threads.
No, it's just my Instagram.
Oh.
But the hashtags don't mean anything on
Right.
Threads apparently.
Right.
So yeah,
How about you, Danny?
I'm on that Steve Rinaldi show. I
Oh,
just looked it up.
wonderful.
I am on it.
Toy.
We'll be posting about it on my Instagram page, which is at Danny D'Aprile. You can see all of my fun flyers for Animated Brewing. Of course, Animated Brewing coming on at the end of the month, but I have plenty of time to plug that. That's it for me. What do you got going on? Oh, wait, no, hold on. We're doing follow us on Apple, like us on Apple Music.
That's right.
Follow us on on everywhere you can follow us. If you like us on Apple Music, we'll put you in a drawing to get a piece of merch, a free piece of merch.
Yeah.
This raffle has gone on for some time now, so we're still
Right.
drawing It's a long drawing. There's a lot of entries, so it's a lot to go through, but it just keeps
If
submitting.
someone gave a 5-star and then didn't,
You basically
message me,
get if you give us a
Message me,
5-star
like,
rating, you
and then
basically get
screenshot it.
a
Yeah.
shirt.
Yeah, just screenshot it, send it over to drop10podcast at Gmail, send it over to these guys. Any of this Instagram, you can go over, follow us on Instagram at the Weekday Comics. If you send us a screenshot with a 5-star comment right there, baby, I'm sending you a shirt. Let's
We'll
do
send you the shirt off Dave's back.
Yeah.
Oof. That is a sweaty fucking shit. Yeah.
It's a sweaty prize.
it. Yeah, we'll get it done.
It's St. Jose Sharks.
That's right. No, nobody gets my fucking hoodies. You get the undershirt, also San Jose Sharks.
Wow.
I doubled down.
Look at
just
you
in-
accessorizing.
That's right. Is
You're
it
ready-
accessorizing if it's something no one will fucking see?
Is that like a bit that you do on stage where you're like,
No,
I take
no,
my
if
shirt
I-
off and then it's
Right.
That sounds like a
He's
bit.
got the underwear on. You know he does.
Right. If you have a shark bite on your torso, that would be just like a perfect.
That'd be pretty
You
sweet.
gotta
1, 2,
fucking-
3.
That's a good tattoo.
You gotta
Yeah.
wine and dine a gal before you see his
Oh, yeah.
fucking shark bite.
If he gets like a shark tattoo on his chest or something, you have a bit right there, right? The 2 shirts and the tattoo.
I don't want the logo. I'd like the shark coming like out of the water.
Oh, yeah.
Like Jaws, like the
Triangle head coming out of the water. I get you.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
There you go. All right, Neil, what do you got going on?
Yeah, you can just check me out over at I am Neil Wood on Instagram and all the other stuff. And you can check out all my artwork if you're looking to hire me for any of that stuff over at jameswoodart.com. Go over there. But to get all the show details for seeing these guys on some future shows, and you can go over to droptent.com and check out our events page. You get all the shows for Biggest Little Comedy at Wissahickon Brewing, Myers Brewing Company, and also at Rosie's Taco Bar coming up this month. So thank you so much, guys, and good podcast.
Yes.
This was fun. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much,
Joe.
Joe. You were awesome. This was great.
Thank you, Dave.
And yeah,
Thank you, Neil.
we'll see y'all next week. It is a solo episode. Dave
That's
and I
right.
bringing it home. Home Alone too.
Perfect.
With our
Starring,
our leader, commander in chief.
All right, we'll see you guys later.
Yeah, bye guys.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Well, there we go. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Oh, man, that was a. we fucking landed that like Kerry Strug should have.
This has been a Drop Tent Media production.